recreation.
Okay. Okay. Got a couple things here we need to go through. For those that aren't aware, the Spring Grove Regional Parks and Rec Commission is merging with the YMCA of the Roses. It'll become the Spring Grove branch. So part of that, there's a couple steps we have to go through along with the other member municipalities and the school district. The first one is resolution number 14-2024, which is a consent and agreement that the what we know as the Springer Regional Parks and Rec Center is being dissolved. And again, like I said, all that's being merged in with the YMCA. So that's the first item we have to take action on.
Anybody have any questions on what the resolution is exactly that we have to take? What he just said, I'm not going to repeat it. Any questions on it? Okay. Now I'll take a motion to have us sign it and acknowledge it is pretty much what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, I will make a motion to sign the resolution 14-2024 for
Okay.
purpose. Yes.
Motion by Gary. Second by Deb. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Then the Regional Recreation Services Agreement. That's the 28-page document. I don't know if everyone read that cover to cover, but it was emailed to you. That is the agreement again, is for regional recreation services between Spring Grove Borough, Paradise Township, Jackson Township, and the Spring Grove Area School District, and as well as the YMCA of the Roses, as well as Seven Eyes Borough. So we need a motion authorizing council president to sign that.
So we need a motion to have the council president sign. Basically, just this is the agreement stating that we're going to participate with all of the municipalities that you just mentioned.
Correct, with the YMCA.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Greg, second by Mark. All in favor? Opposed?
Okay, next item is the participation agreement, which is, I think, is pretty similar. Too many agreements floating around here.
That's the two-pager.
Basically, that one's just saying we agree to be bound by the terms of the agreement.
All right. Need a motion to agree on the participation agreement. Motion by Deb, second by Gary. All in favor? Opposed?
Okay, and then the last item, and Kayla can correct me if I'm wrong, but as I had my email, there will be 9 members on the board of the YMCA, the Spring Grove branch. It'll be one that's appointed by each municipality as well as one from the school district. So that'll make up the initial 5 members of the board. It'll then be those 5 members that will appoint someone at large for a total of 4 people. And it could be one from each municipality or what have you. So I did reach out and confirm with Bill. He would like to be appointed. Reached out with Kayla. At this point in time, she doesn't want to be appointed. She wants to still help with special events and so forth. So is that correct? Okay. So with that said, Bill would be interested in doing it, and if council's good with that, would ask that you do that appointment for a 3-year term. Because initially they're going to be 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years to get them staggered, and then they'll always be 3 years.
Questions on the appointment of a borough representative for a 3-year term or comments on it? Anybody have anybody else they can think of besides Bill? And I would take a motion to appoint Bill for a 3-year term to be on the committee.
I'll make that.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Gary. All in favor? Opposed? Okay. Do I need to do anything with this before we keep going here? This is what you gave me when we did.
Yep. No, we're
good here.
Yep, we're done.
Okay.
Yep.
Mr. President, do you need anything else from me? If not, I'm free to go.
Anybody need anything from the fire company?
17?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I looked at the sign, I can't remember it now. Okay, I didn't know if you knew that. Then. No, that's fine.
I
You're good. I tried to look, I'm not gonna find it.
All right.
Thanks,
Y'all-
Scott.
Y'all have a nice holiday.
Likewise, thanks.
Okay. Nothing else under regional parks and recreation?
No.
Okay, unfinished business.
I'm really just keeping that on as a placeholder so we
I don't
remember
think
in the
that-
spring.
I don't
Yeah,
think
nothing's going to
now's
happen
not
this
the
year.
time to
No.
campaign. Any other unfinished business anybody can think of? Okay. New business. 2025 meeting dates.
Yeah, I want to talk to council about that. We did have, I have on the agenda January 2nd. Monday is January 6th. I cannot be here for that meeting. That's the one that interferes with my annual township on the first Monday. So I didn't know if council wants to still hold that and maybe get Cheryl to cover, or if you want, because I didn't advertise meeting dates yet for 25. So we should decide tonight if we want to do it either like Thursday the 2nd. And I guess we could always do the other Thursday as well.
Mike, are we in our window to go Thursday on the 2nd?
Yeah, it would actually work better for me as well, because now I've got a township and I would have the same situation. Then you also have, of course, the same thing in September, because Labor Day is on the first Monday of the month. So if you would go to the first Thursday, it works for me. But if not, I can obviously have Sam here or there, and I can be here or there. It's up to council and what your schedule is.
Yeah, I do have on what's proposed here Thursday for September 4th.
Are we sure that that wasn't advertised for next year?
25's not.
'Cause I already have them dates on
Well-
my phone
well,
today when that email came out.
Cheryl used to advertise 2 years after when we had the reorganizational meeting. Now, remember, we as a borough do not reorganize other than every other year. The townships have to do it every year, which is why Todd and I now have conflicts. But you can re-advertise it. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can, and
I already
plus,
advertised
think-
24.
Plus, well, I think the only reason we advertised 24 is because we weren't sure where we were going to be. Remember, it was
Oh, yeah.
taking a while to figure out whether we were going to be at the firehouse or the ambulance club or here. So, but I mean, the council can make the decision and authorize the advertisement, but again, it's up to you guys when you have availability.
Does anybody have any issues with January 2nd having our meeting?
Sounds good to me.
I'm fine.
That's the first Thursday.
So if this would be an even numbered year, we'd have the same predicament because we would be required to meet on the 6th.
Mhm.
But
Do we need a motion to advertise them, those dates, the way you have them on there?
Why don't we? That way it's,
All right, I'll take a motion to have the secretary advertise the meeting dates for next month, the way it's on there, except for you changed it to the 2nd, correct? The very
Thursday,
first one.
January 2nd.
And then September would be Thursday, the 4th. Every other one would be the first Monday of each month.
I'll make it.
Motion by Mark, second by Deb. All in favor? Opposed? Okay.
All right.
We'll go to the next resolution.
Yeah, we're required by state law to have a disaster mitigation plan. Thankfully, we have a good county planning commission, and they're active and they do a lot of things to help out the local municipalities. And this is one of those areas in which they do that. I think it's 400 and some pages. I don't know if anyone looked at the link that I emailed to you. But this is a county plan, and we can adopt it and recognize it as the borough, and that meets our obligation, and we would follow the county plan. So I would highly recommend you do that. So we just need a motion to adopt or approve Resolution 15-2024.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Greg, second by Gary. All in favor? Opposed? That was new business. Anything else to add to new business? Treasurer's report.
Anyone have any questions on that?
Any questions on anything that came through?
You'll see where I did close out the ARPA account, did transfer that into our checking, because both of those accounts were People's Bank, now Orrstown Bank. And then because our checking account balance was up to $70-some thousand. So I did transfer $65,000 over to our Pliget Plus account, which has a much higher interest yield. I tried to note all there, footnotes in the bottom.
If no questions or comments, I will take a motion to approve, accept, and for the secretary to approve, accept, and file a statement for audit and pay any regular bills until the next meeting. Motion by Deb, second by Mark. All in favor? Opposed? Okay, and you hit B with that, right?
What's that?
The account closeout.
Yeah, the only thing I'll need from council, I need authorization on this ARPA closeout, is those pending expenses on the bottom, which we talked about last month, which was the laptop, the desk, and all that, to get us up to our $56,543. The major expenses were the ambulance contribution, East Street improvements, Oak Street improvements, and the Fire Country contributions 22, 23, and 24. I don't know if anyone if they have a copy of this or they looked at what I emailed. So I would just ask for authorization for me to make those expenditures by December 31st, because that's the deadline to use the funds. Includes the column as well. Everyone has a nice view of what's inside there.
Yes. Okay. Questions? If not, take a motion for secretary to close out the account, do the expenses and close the account out. Deb, got a motion by Deb, second by Gary. All in favor? Opposed? Okay, anything else, treasurer?
No.
All right, secretary's report,
I have no report.
mayor's report.
Other than a couple things that are happening in December, December 7th, the church has their Christmas tree lighting, 6:30. 12th is the borough's Christmas decorating contest, judging. And like I said to Scott, I believe Santa is scheduled for the 17th to go around town. So again, those things will be posted, I'm sure, or shared or whatever on the borough's social media, so everybody knows. Other than that, I do not have anything else.
Okay, thank you. Liens,
Okay, we were at 5, we're back down to 4 because 34 Main Street was satisfied with the sale of the property. And Mike released that lien on that property.
sewer report. Any questions, comments on anything?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
need to go back and look.
Glance at it.
I'm not gonna do it now,
Okay.
it's too complicated. I'll have to look at it. Or maybe I didn't, I forgot.
Anything else for sewer? All right, Todd, you got anything for us?
No.
Mike,
Nothing. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Greg? Ken? Deb?
I'd like to say on January the 2nd, I'm resigning from council due to health issues, but I would like John Neal to take my place. But I would also like to come to that meeting to participate in that if that's okay. But because of health reasons, and wish y'all Merry Christmas, and do me a favor and be kind to each other. Life is short. And whatever you do, do it for the borough. Do something for the borough. That's all I ask.
Now, I have to bring up some procedural issues. Deb, you said you want your resignation to be effective at the conclusion of the meeting on January 2nd, so you can participate. Okay. All right. The borough is legally required to fill that vacancy within 30 days. So it'll be 30 days from the date of her resignation, which is the end of the meeting. Our next meeting will be February 3rd, which unfortunately is just slightly more than 30 days after that. So we may have to have a special meeting at the end of January just for the purposes of filling that vacancy.
Right, but I really would like him to take my place.
Can we have that, we can have that at the end of that meeting?
No, because we have to, well, if her resignation isn't going to be effective till the end of the meeting, we can't appoint somebody before the resignation takes effect.
Yep.
So it has to be after the end of that meeting. It's a quirk in the law. I was aware this was going to happen. I wanted to take a look to make sure. So it's possible you're going to have a very short special meeting sometime at the end of January to fill the vacancy. Doug?
And I offer, and I don't know if this is out of line, if she would change her resignation date to say January 7th, would that help us?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. I just go with that second.
You heard me thinking, yeah.
I would have thought it coming in. So that would give us a whole month to
Yeah.
quote unquote, I mean, I will ask then, as another, does the borough have any obligation to advertise that for anybody that would be interested?
No, you do not. And what she has said has to be treated by council as a recommendation. You cannot appoint your own successor. The requirements are that you must be a registered voter and have lived here for at least a year and be at least 18 years old. Doesn't mean you can be registered in any political party. You can be registered non-affiliate, but you must be, anyone who you get to do this has to be a registered voter, at least 18 years. Well, can't be registered to vote if you're not 18. Have to be a registered voter, lives there for a year.
Okay, so
And the only reason I've interrupted that is because at the last vote, John had the next highest votes, and that's why I would like him to take my place. Because he had the next highest votes.
so you're going to be on until January 7th.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but all I'm asking is that when it comes down to things to do, think of the people in the town.
And also, just for everybody to know, the individual who does get appointed will be serving out until the end of 2025. There will then be an election for a 2-year term this next time. So we'll need to notify the elections office of the vacancy. So you'll have whoever your regular people are, who's because Deb was just reelected in 2013. So we only appoint till the next municipal election. So you'll have a vacancy for a 2-year term to fill in 2025, as well as the other people who are up for reelection.
Got it.
Probably bring that up again next month.
Yep, I think so. All right, thank you. Doug?
Other than Deb, I want to share my appreciation for your service, not only these last couple of terms, but your initial term back in the 90s. Again, thank you for everything you've done for the borough and for being a lifelong resident of the borough.
Mark? Gary?
Thank you, Deb, and
No.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Deb.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. we'll open back up for public comment. Okay, meeting adjourned. January 2nd. Thursday, January 2nd.